Hello, everybody. This is Casey. We're here to do spiritual chat tonight. How's everybody doing? Yes. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. So we have several things on the plate for tonight. Austin should come in and we should be starting to work together toward building pro peace shields. Okay. And we are checking in with everybody on how many people have received their gifts from the universe. I have one gal that has opened up the floodgates for her, and I think that everything that she has been asking for has all been lined up in a row waiting for her to ask to be open to receiving, because she's receiving a lot of stuff now. So, and any of you that have not had anything come in, we can sit and explore maybe what some of those points of view are that you may have, some of those programs that you have that are actually keeping you from receiving. That's what we're here for. We're here to support each other, help each other. Okay. So, yes, yes, yes. And Crystal, hi, hon. Crystal has posted it up on TikTok also. And so that'll help. So we're spread the word on how to do this. How you doing, Casey? I had to do a little running around this morning. I had to come home and take a nap before our live. How's baby girl doing? How's baby girl doing? Nap, nice. Yeah. So I'm shuffling cards so we can do our. So we'll work on the pro piece. We'll wait for Austin to come in. We'll talk about starting pro piece shields. Okay. Still the same. Hoping she will rest this weekend. Okay. Okay. Well, she's doing the exercises. That's the thing. I am did a little better today with the running around and stuff. Um, thank God for kombucha. That's all I can say. I did start some stuff. Okay, so the doctor told me on Wednesday, because we're talking about, okay, so it's actual disease. Not having enough stomach acid is an actual disease that can cause the problems with the SIBO, because it doesn't, because the stomach acid kills bacterias and yeast and stuff and help keep things in balance. So I started the Pepsin, Genesian Bitter, and HCI. That makes my stomach feel like it's burning. Of course, that's what it is, stomach acid and enzymes. But I am doing better. But I think that's more from the kombucha than anything. But I got some running around done this early this afternoon, so yeah. Oh yeah. Chinese medicine or Vedic medicine, humoral medicine are all 7,000 years old and all saying the same thing. It all starts with the gut and your thought process. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Energy for the week. It looks like we got one more person come in. Come in and talk. Okay, energy for the week. So I was so busy um, asking everybody else to ask for their gift. I didn't ask till Tuesday, and And then night before last night, I actually had a phone call from one of my granddaughters that I never talked to. We talked for 2.5 hours, so I think that was my gift. Yes, that was nice. And my daughter that was afraid to ask for something after what happened Friday night asked for something, and she had a lovely dinner with her brother. He was very nice to her. She goes, that was a miracle right there. Okay, so cards for the week. For the next week. Okay, first card up is the Tower. Something shocking, something unexpected, something that's going to shake up our belief systems. Okay, to me, the Tower is also you needing to make some choices and decisions about something. It's where the universe comes in and shakes things up. A lot of times, we ask the universe for something, but like we were talking about last week, the universe will loves you so much it will give you whatever you ask for, but you need to work for it also. It's not going to hand it to you on a silver plate. So sometimes when you ask for something and the universe is waiting for you to make efforts toward it, to work toward it, it'll shake things up a little bit. Okay? Be careful what you ask for because the universe will give it to you, okay? So it'll shake things up in order for you to make the moves toward what you asked for in the first place, you know? So that's kind of what that card represents to me too. But something sudden, something shocking, something unexpected, something that you may have asked for but haven't followed through on, okay? But this is going to bring about the new beginnings. We have the Ace of Swords. Aces are gifts from the universe. Swords are thoughts, goals, spirituality, thought processes, setting a new pathway, new beginnings. Okay, so there's a new way of seeing something, a new way of processing something, and the next cup is the Ace of Cups. There's some new things. There may be something sudden, something shocking in that's going to change your thought process about how relationships are. It's something emotional, okay? Because we have a second Ace of Cups. Cups are emotions, feelings, um, relationships. Okay, so there's some things are going to happen that's going to change your thought processes around seeing how relationships are, love is, everything. Okay, we have the King of Wands, but he is somebody that is stepping in to knowing what his passions, what his desires, what his creativity. He's gone through lots of transformation and change in order to get to this point. Okay. And he's got some choices and decisions to make around this Tower moment. But we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is also, he hasn't seen some situations clearly in the past, but he's starting to see some things now. Now he's evaluating whether this is something that he wants to follow through on or if he wants to walk away from the situation. Okay, but it may be time just to sit back to seeing. Here's a snake. The snake is new beginnings. It's a non-threatening snake. It's kind of a figure 8, but that could be a Mobius strip where we're kind of going. We think we cleared out something. We haven't cleared it out all the way, but it's time to shed that old skin for new beginnings. Okay, it's time to go within and find out what your truth is, what you are. Know thyself. Okay, and go out and shine your light in the world. And one of the things I say is, if you stay behind your walls, if you stay behind all the blocks that you've built to step back from being hurt, how are you going to find exactly what you want in your life, if you don't lower those walls, lower those barriers in order to experience things, to allow better things to come in. Does that make sense? Sometimes we have to allow ourselves to feel vulnerable to get past all that hurt, to realize that the hurt is part of the experience, and that we need to have that faith and trust, not only in the universe but in ourselves, that we have learned enough not to put ourselves through that again. But we're not going to experience anything new. Nothing's going to change if we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Does that make sense? I think it's going to be a quiet night tonight, Casey. There's Crystal. See Star. Yep, she's here. She's here. She's usually the first one in. Yeah. Crystal's definitely getting the word out. How do we change the world if we don't get the information out? Yes, Crystal has a lot to share. Crystal,
Hello.
hi.
Hello. How are you?
Doing everything I can to stay awake till 10. Yeah.
Sister. She's trying to stay awake till 10.
Well,
I heard about your guys' 3 a.m. adventures.
if it's not Casey I'm talking to, it's somebody else. I was talking to somebody, I don't remember if it was last night or the night before. But it must have been the night before, because last night I was up from 2 to 4:30 trying to listen to some meditations or something to get back to sleep. And it's like, okay, I can't listen to the meditations because they're irritating me more than helping me sleep.
Right? Do you ever listen to Subliminals
Yes.
for reprogramming? I
Yeah.
suggest Jessica Heslop's channel.
What was the name again?
Jessica Heslop. She does like 8-hour loops of like I am affirmations, or whatever you're after. She has manifestation ones. She has, for I've done them for confidence. I've done them for self-worth. I've done them for you name it.
Things are just irritating me at night now.
Lately I've been having the same deal. Like, normally I fall asleep to something like that, and lately it's like, I don't want to hear it. Not right now.
No, this is not what I want to hear. But I have a couple others that I fall back on. One's a golden abundance one. So yeah.
Yeah, those are nice too. Yeah. Some friends, and man, some of the most beautiful ratings about their transformations and stuff. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous stuff sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And on the outside looking in, we're like, oh, that's beautiful. But that person is going through hell while they're going through it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So Tuesday they vote. It only has to be that way to make it official. For me to be on the board of directors and employed as virtual office manager for the charity. After that, I'm going to start working on grants and different stuff like that. We're looking for a grant writer. That would be great. And eventually, we're gonna have a chapter here in my area, so I could do stuff too. Like,
Yeah.
it's helping the homeless. It's called Love is Free Evolution. We do have a website set up, Linktree, all that kind of stuff. It's all brand new, but they got our 501(c)(3) done, and everything's legal beagle. So yeah, the government just wants records of all that kind of shit, any kind of changes and stuff, because it's in the bylaw, all that. So
So it looks like the government has some free grant writing proposal webinars.
I don't know if I can sit through a whole webinar though.
No.
Well, on something like that, I speed read, so like to watch something on that, especially with something as dull as grant writing,
I
But
know.
she has already applied. Like Aldi's offers a $5,000 one, and Walmart offers a $5,000 one. And Stevie, he's been working. He's got like $12,000 saved up already.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how they were able to pay me so far. And they decided they're going to go ahead and pay me for December, but everything becomes official after Tuesday. So,
Cool.
because up until after Tuesday, it's just been contracted basically. I had to do an invoice and stuff like that for the graphics design and for the what's it called, consulting, advising.
Yeah.
So things are moving in a positive direction there, and the universe has just been giving me some beautiful little bitty gifts, like here and there, things that I needed or even wanted, just popped up. I asked a musician friend of mine. I asked him if he had an old dead microphone I could use for a prop, like after I say something in TikTok, or whatever, I'm gonna drop a mic. And he said he'd look around. Well, I was telling everybody about it. My son was like, "I got one in the closet, Mama." So that was cool. And my friend brought a box of food last night. That was cool. They're like prepared meals that are frozen, so my son could take those for work, or I could just eat them when he's gone or whatever. They're all healthy and shit. So that was really, really cool. My son loves his new job. Loves it. That's a huge blessing. He's working at the state hospital here, so it's like people who have developmental disorders and stuff like that, and that's he's had a little bit of experience already. He got CPR certified and AED certified the other day, so that's a blessing. And he's glowing and happy, and that makes me happy. Really happy.
Keep going, girl. Keep going.
I bought myself $5 flowers today. Some roses and lilies.
It's like that little gate has opened and things are coming through.
Self-love makes all the difference. I'm telling you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I already talked about the houses that have been offered up last week. That was pretty incredible. Gosh, I don't even. I'm just grateful. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the gratitude and being open to receive.
That's I made a little TikTok about our little what we're doing, our little experiment or whatever, and I cannot stress enough to people how being in a state of gratitude draws more blessings to you.
Yep.
You don't want me to scream on a live, Casey. I have a really loud scream. More of a very primal. Yeah. That's a toned down version.
She's had a few other things pop up too.
Yes, amazing things. So let me hear your guys's.
Did you receive a gift this week, Austin?
I did.
Would you like to share?
Well, my nephew got my baby nephew got better, so
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. That makes me happy.
But did you personally get any gift?
all right. So what I personally got, um, it was more like a it's more like it's coming in slow
But you can see it
for
come.
me.
Yeah.
I could see it coming in, but it's coming in slow.
Yeah, and that's something the Star and JoJo were saying too. But I did you have any kind of expectation of something coming in?
Yeah, I'm expecting something to come in.
But
Um,
or you asked for that, or when you first asked for it, did you have an expectation?
I did not have an expectation.
Okay. Because I was thinking about this yesterday morning between 2 and 4:30 in the morning. I was wondering if JoJo and Star had an expectation. That's why they can see it. They have experienced a taste of it, but it's coming in slowly. So there may be something, some kind of point of view in there, or something that's bringing it in slowly. I'm not quite sure. That's something we would have to sit and explore. Yeah. But I finally asked Tuesday. I've been so excited over what everybody else has been coming in. I finally asked Tuesday and Thursday night. Let's see. Wednesday night, my granddaughter called me and we talked for 2.5 hours. I never talked to her. So, yeah, we sat and talked for 2.5 hours. So, yeah. There's Casey. Hi, Kelly. So tell us your little experience, Casey. Hi,
Hello.
Dad.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, sister.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Kelly. Hey,
Hi.
Wilshire.
So, my gift was my boss and I had an amazing week. We like got along like really well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was almost weird. Like it's like I don't know, we're working together, which is awesome.
Did you put him in a pink bubble?
No, I didn't.
It
Maybe this
helps.
week. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. My ask this evening is just for a good night's sleep. That's all I want for Christmas is sleep.
Well, she did tell me she got 6 hours sleep of straight sleep. So yeah,
Yeah, that was like Wednesday, I think. And then last night was 3.
yeah, because I was up from 2 to 4:30 last night, and
How's
everything
your
was
pain? Oh, sorry.
irritating.
How's your pain level?
Mine or Casey's? The other Casey's.
Yours. I'll ask Casey in a
Yeah,
minute.
everybody, how is your pain? Everybody, 1 to 10. I'm good. I had physical therapy or physical PT, physical torture last night, and it was nice. I feel like yeah, it's just like I need a muscle relaxer. That's like the thing. I feel like I'm constantly like flexing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Hulk or Popeye. And my
Does
kids had no idea who Popeye was. I'm like, what? They're like, you're so old. Um, they're like the
Eat some
restaurant
spinach.
Popeye.
does,
Yeah, right.
does the
So
oil help after the physical therapy?
yeah, it definitely helped. Just the heat. Just I love heat. It's just like magic. So I think just got to keep the heat on. It's
Mm.
the little things in life.
Yeah.
Heat and sleep. That's all I want.
Oh, I know. So Kelly and Jack, did you have any gifts from the universe come in?
Also, how's your pain, other Casey?
I was a little better today. I was up and running around. I did still have to come home and take a nap, but yeah, I'm able to get around a little better. And I did talk to the doctor on Wednesday. It is an actual thing not having any stomach acid, and that's what it seems to be coming around. If you don't have stomach acid, then you get SIBO, which is too much bacteria, too much overgrowth of yeast and stuff,
Hmm.
because the acid in the stomach kills all that excess stuff, and then it creates all these other problems. So he has me started back. I was taking this a long time ago. It's HCI, it's pepsin and Genetian bitters, and it creates
Oh,
stomach acid.
yeah.
And so
Don't
does
they have you on Protonics though?
that didn't do nothing for me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do
Well,
anything. But
Isn't
zinc,
isn't that is that a acid
it's a,
reducer though?
I do believe it's a PPI proton pump inhibitor. Yeah. Which
uh,
is why I was confused if they're wanting to make your stomach make acid when they were having you on medicines that were, stopping the formation of acid. What's going on here?
yeah, they're not understanding what's going on. But I so the probiotics, the kombucha, and the ginger are acid forming. So I've been on the right link with that. Now it says zinc also forms acid if you're lacking zinc, but now the HCI, the pepsin, and the Genetian bitters also. So yeah, you're still sick, Jack.
Dang.
You need some ginger, hun. Ginger. If you can get somebody to pick you up some ginger, it would help a lot. Ginger helps so much. So,
Right?
well,
If
so,
it's in your lungs, ginger and mullein, lungs and sinuses right there.
yeah, but like I've been kicking and fussing for 18 months. It's stomach. It's stomach.
Oh, I was talking about Jack.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So that flu from hell. Yeah, sis is contemplating going to urgent care. You guys probably all have COVID.
Yeah, my friend just she went through 3 weeks of being sick. I finally talked her into going to urgent care, and they said she had walking pneumonia, which I'd been telling her for days she probably had.
Yeah.
So, I told her what medicines she should receive, and guess what medicines she received? Epitropium bromide, doxycycline, um, albuterol sulfate for the nebulizer. Um, I told her she needed a steroid, like a 80-10 shot or a dose pack, taper pack, and they gave her prednisone too.
Yeah. Yeah, my neighbor, the baby has her 6 month old baby has COVID.
Oh my
Mm.
goodness. Oh, pardon me. That's scary.
Yeah, yeah. So she hasn't had much sleep, but yeah,
I hope she puts that baby on its belly quite a bit. The prone position will help it from
yeah,
getting that crap down in the lungs. Because
yeah,
when you lay on your back, your chest is heavy, and your lungs like just sit naturally there in your back naturally.
yes,
And so laying on your back it can cause the pneumonia, the fluid to build up, and then that's where the real problems are.
yeah. Lost sound on my end, fixing it now. Okay. It's that time of year, everything's coming in now.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of healing the world, we're going to put that up to Austin right now. Austin once has brought forward the idea that we start pro peace shields.
Yes. Peace with Ukraine, peace with Russia, peace with Palestine, peace with Israel as well. Um, we need to put all those into peace manifest, all those countries into peace manifestation.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So the way I was taught to do shields is you could use any medium you want. You know, if you did it in the old Native American way, you would, get a branch and tie it off, and then you would, attach leather to it and attach what's painted or whatever. But you can, I'm going to talk about Tiffany. She did one. She took a canvas and she put a tool shirt on it, and then she went some of her favorite things. What her gifts were, one of her gifts was sand from the beach that she absolutely loves and stuff. She would put all of this stuff on her shield. But we need to look at ways we want to promote. We want to be pro peace. It doesn't matter
Yes.
what country, anything, pro peace for the world. So what does that look like to you? Whatever medium you want, we are going to do pro peace on our mediums in order to dedicate it to pro peace. Yes.
So what I'm thinking is it's like we need to, like, in order for this pro peace shield to come into existence, is that we need to look at, like, the one of the symbols of peace, and I was thinking doing getting like a candle, and just like putting two of the flags together, or resemblance of the flags, and just like lighting a candle and have it just like put the intention out there for peace.
Yes. Yes. You can do it any way you want. Any way you want. Be creative. This is your expression of peace. Hi Alban. But yeah, that's and it's interesting. We were talking about the Tai Chi experience last week, and how whatever you focus your attention on is actually, you can actually tell with the Tai Chi party trick exactly where that energy goes. So we need to focus on the peace. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what. Did that double
Yeah.
post?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's okay. That's okay. I got it. So, Alban, did you ask for a gift from the universe? Did you receive any?
Hey, Alban.
It's like my neighbor. I've been planting some seeds with her. I said something about family patterns, and she noticed that her daughter is doing the things, the anxiety and stress that she's doing. And then she noticed that her aunt is also doing that. And she told her aunt, she goes, "My friend is right. There's some ancestral patterns here." And her aunt got mad and hung up on her. But she's seeing the patterns now, so hopefully she cleared a few things today. So let's see if that'll help some. Yeah, the shields are so powerful. You could build shields of protection, shields of love, shields of hope. You can base it, um, on whatever you want to focus your attention on. But like Austin brought up, we do need there needs to be a shift and a change. I do think that people are starting to recognize that these are people that are being killed, you know. But
Yeah,
I watched a guy on TikTok, and he goes, "Well, how come you didn't protest when the Muslims were killing Muslims here and there and around the different places?" And I said, you know, he's bringing up a good point, but the problem is, how much does our media control what we are seeing that's going on in the world?
yeah.
So how can we?
All the pretty much all the media is pretty much pro-Israel,
Yeah,
and it's kind of like offering a distorted view of what's going on in Palestine. They're not talking about the people that are being killed in Gaza, the people that are the innocent. They're not talking about that. They're more talking about, oh, why aren't the hostages being rescued? Why won't they release hostages? It's like if Hamas really did if Hamas really did care about Gaza, they
they wouldn't use the people.
I I really don't think they're in Gaza. They're in some part of the
They're
world.
in Indonesia,
Yeah,
and they know they're in Indonesia, and this is so. I posted on one of the TikToks. I said Israel right now is so full of hate.
yeah,
It doesn't care who it's retaliating at. You know,
yeah,
why can't, if you want to do something, then target the leaders. You know
yeah,
where they are, target the leaders. They're not doing that. You're not changing anything by killing innocent people. They are people, they are human beings,
yeah.
regardless of, of your belief systems, your programs, you know, anything. They're still human beings, you know?
In their mind, Israel believes that they're entitled to Gaza because God says so. But really, um, it's just their ego. It's just their ego saying that,
Exactly.
and Palestinians are just as entitled to are just are entitled to Gaza. It's their homeland, and Israel needs to let them have that land and just leave it alone. I don't. Truthfully, I don't think the hostages are in Gaza. I think they're in. I feel like they're in some other place other than Gaza, other than Palestine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
I do believe they're in the Middle East, but they're not in Gaza.
What I don't understand is if you want to save civilians, right, and you tell them, oh, go cross the border into Egypt and then attack the people waiting to go into Egypt, that's really cruel. That's really cruel. It's like giving people hope and then pulling the rug out from under them and taking their lives, you know? It's just crazy. Absolutely.
Someone so if anybody has like a map or an atlas, I want people to use a pendulum and ask spirit where the hostages are. I guarantee you that they're not in Gaza.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, they it just gets me. They are so technologically advanced. They know where everybody is. Why are they still targeting and using the innocent people when they know
Yeah.
where these leaders are? It just, it's crazy. For some reason, it makes me think about, there was a Star Trek episode to where this world had achieved peace, what they would do is they would send a person across to be sacrificed from each culture in order to keep the continuation of the peace. And it's like, even, they had to show them even that was barbaric.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's time to focus.
It's all just a matter of religion versus religion. That's what this really is.
I am right, you were wrong. Yeah. My youngest daughter, some of her friends are from Afghanistan. They were doctors in Afghanistan. And now they're truck drivers here. And they can't get records of their certification of being doctors because it's all back in Afghanistan. Because if you can get your certifications, you can just take some little bit of extra schooling here, be a doctor here. But they can't do it. But she says, I have learned so much about their Muslim, and she goes, it's really, really beautiful, and these are very, very peaceful people, but she's had exposure to different religions all her life, so she's going to be open and receptive to that stuff too. Yeah. How you doing, Mojo? Glad you're back, Jack. Mojo, did you receive your gift?
Mojo, I have a favor to ask you. Do you have a map and a pendulum that you could use?
So we're talking about doing the peace shields. I did start some information. I think we need to go more into some esoteric knowledge. I kind of wanted to talk about the 7 rays. It's interesting how the rainbow colors have such an integral part of our lives. It's reflected in our chakras. It's reflected in the rays that we come in, and the number 7 is really significant. Okay, but I wanted to talk about the 7 rays a little bit tonight, and then we'll expand on that a little bit every week. But I think we need to get into some of the deeper stuff because we just talk about the surface stuff, but there's so much going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, don't acknowledge. I'm looking for my Alice Bailey books and my Henry Colton books. They go into esoteric teachings and some of the structures. I know I'm supposed to get into the Kabbalah, but I just haven't done that yet. Everybody disappeared. Crystal and Casey and
Be right back for a second.
yeah. Do you feel any better at all today, Jack? Okay, let's go a little bit of. I asked my daughter to come up and help me get this Rife machine going. If I get the Rife machine going, I can send frequencies to people, healing frequencies to people. But so JoJo's leaving too. Jack, try writing ginger down on a piece of paper. Okay, and put it under a glass of water and pray over it for at least 90 seconds and then drink it and see if that helps any. Because you want to transfer that ginger energy into the water and see if it'll help some. Nope, fever all night. I keep a bottle of ginger in the house all the time because if I don't have the ginger brew, then I pull out a ginger. That's the only thing that was helping my stomach, because that my stomach ache has been a case of like bad flu, the kind you can't, and this is probably what you have. You can't sit up, you're curled up in a ball because your stomach hurts so bad. And the ginger is the only, ginger and the kombucha is the only thing that's been helping up until now. And if you belladonna is, if you put belladonna on a piece of paper and do the same thing, belladonna helps bring fevers down, hun. Yeah, well, you know, we're promoting the peace shields in whatever way that you're drawn to, you know. Yeah. Yeah. The rune of the guardian and divine connection. That was last week. It moved up the respiratory and hit. Oh. So mullein is good for respiratory. Rosemary is good for respiratory. You can make a tea out of those. Yeah. I'm going to pull that up, that symbol. A-L-G-I-Z rune. Yeah. Conventionally given to the Z rune. It's the alphabet. It's understood as, it's German. What does it mean? Represents faith in the gods and that which lies beyond our five physical senses. Ultimately, the rune Algiz symbolizes the antlers of the elk, a powerful totem animal in the Norse world of the gods. As a talisman, it promises protection and helps build defenses. So we definitely want to put that symbol on our shields. Strong protective rune and protects against enemies and against evil. Symbolizes an elk which is armed with its mighty antlers against attacks by enemies and can therefore protect itself from them. Stands for the receptivity of spiritual influences, positive as well as negative. I will definitely be putting a symbol of the what was I going to say? My mind went blank. Yeah, if you make a tea out of rosemary, if you boil it for about 5 minutes, a couple heaping tablespoons of in a couple quarts of water, boil for about 5 minutes and let it set for a little bit. It should almost be purple. It helps break up all that phlegm and everything. So one of these nights, Casey and I have been talking about this. One of these nights, we're going to all sit down and exchange ideas and what kind of alternative stuff that we would have in like a first aid kit. Okay. And rosemary is one of the ones that I would use. It's an anti-expectorant. It's an antibacterial, antifungal. It's beneficial for a lot of parts of the body. Another one is Casey will tell you now. She's using the arnica oil and the kopika that I was telling you guys about. She's using that after her physical therapy and stuff. In fact, she was excited the other night after she tried it. She says, "Thanks to you, I can lift my arm now." I told her, just because you can lift it doesn't mean you have to push it, you know. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Archangel Michael. He needs to go on my shield too. Yeah. Yeah, I realize that, Jack. No such thing as an accident. Okay, and it's funny because the first ray that we're going to talk about is the ray of will or power. It's the first ray, the first aspect of, and it's God's will, strength, power, protection. The color is blue. Okay. It says we can draw power, lead people, and manifest energy to accomplish constructive service. Illuminated faith and protection of Archangel Michael and the strength of Elohim Hercules. The Lord of the first ray is El Moriah. The day is Sunday. And just remember, Archangel Michael's the great prince of the archangels. He's the angel of protection. Okay. Now I had things pop up the last couple of days, but I was going to go into more debt. Okay, so I looked up because I knew somebody was going to ask me what the Elohim is. The Elohim are considered gods. They are considered deities. They are the council of gods, the sons of gods. They inhabit the spiritual world. They are a divine assembly. And what makes me think of the Elohim is Abraham. Okay, Abraham to me is a collective, which would be the sons of gods. Now the Elohim were called together to create the earth. In Genesis it says the Elohim said, "Let's make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that we may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals and other creatures that may move along the ground." So Elohim created mankind in their own image. In the image of God, he created them male and female. And I ran across some interesting stuff in the Christian philosophy about the Elohim. You know, they were saying, a couple of them said, well, I was blown away because the Bible's talking about the council of gods. You know, with Yahweh is the head of the, Casey, you dropped right off. You know, God is the head of the council of gods. Yahweh. So yeah, that's the first ray. So the first ray is blue. This is why I suggest, you know, the blue light of protection with Archangel Michael. Okay, because he and all of us have came in on some kind of ray. Okay, it was kind of funny when I went to the some of the things that for the harmonic convergence back in '89. It was funny. There was 7 speakers, and every one of them had a different color on. It seemed to be symbolizing the color of the ray that they came on, and they were not even aware that they were doing that. So did you hear what we were saying about the first ray, Casey?
No, sorry, I just came back. What did I miss?
Okay, so we were talking about the peace sign is the symbol from the rune Algiz. I don't know how to say it. How would you say it, Jack? But it looks like it's incorporated in the peace sign. Okay. We were talking about how Jack brought it up, the rune of the guardian and divine connection. Okay, and I was saying, I'm going to put that on my shield, but I'm going to put Archangel Michael also, because Archangel Michael is on the first ray. That's the blue ray. It's the ray of willpower. It's God's will, strength, power, protection. Here we can draw power, lead people, manifest energy to accomplish constructive service, illuminated faith and protection of Archangel Michael, and the strength of Elohim Hercules. The Lord of the first ray is El Moria, and the day is on Sunday. But Archangel Michael is the great prince of the archangels, the angel of protection. Algiz, okay. Okay, it's Algiz. I haven't touched the runes for a long time. I've only got one bag of runes. But yeah. So that might be something to incorporate in this also, is the rune. I'm going to add that. Oh, geez.
Does anybody know how to read them? We should do that one night.
I think Jack knows how to read them. But Jack's been down sick, so yeah.
Oh, Jack. Feel better.
Yeah. So if you let me know if the rosemary helps you any, Jack.
We need to come up with this kit, Casey. Rosemary, ginger.
I was just telling everybody about it. I said one of the first things I would recommend would be the arnica oil and the kopika
Okay.
and the rosemary. Yeah.
What is rosemary for?
Okay, rosemary is an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal. It's got a lot of properties. And if you have a lot of phlegm in your chest and your throat, if you drink rosemary tea, it will help. It will help break up all that phlegm. I don't remember the question, Jack. But I'm going to start. Yeah. So maybe as we talk about each ray, you can also recommend a rune for each one too, Jack. You know how to read the runes, hon? You want to come on and do runes readings for us some night? Yeah, but I told him you and I have been talking about doing the alternative first aid kits. What works for us and doesn't work for us and stuff. So we're going to do that. But tonight we're going to talk about the rays. So the 7 rays, the rainbow colors. People, we all come in on a different color ray also, and the first ray is Archangel Michael, the Elohim Hercules, and the Ascended Master El Moria.
Blue ray is the first one, right?
Yeah.
And how do you know what ray you came in on?
I would ask.
Oh, okay. Duh. I should know that.
Okay, Jack missed the question that you asked, Casey.
What did I ask? That was a whole 90 seconds ago. If he knows how to read them and he would come on?
Yeah.
Not today. I'm not feeling it.
So the second ray is a golden yellow. Okay? It's the ray of love and wisdom. It's the second aspect. Okay, Jack, if you can offer up a rune on this one, on all of these, it'd be great. Okay. The second aspect: perception, discrimination, illumination. All vibrates in a golden yellow. Illuminated action of God. We draw on inspirational forces for all education and religious endeavors. The Lord of the second ray is Master Dual Kol. We have Archangel Jophiel. The Elohim is Cassiopeia, and the day is Tuesday. And I want to go in and I want to talk more about the archangels and stuff, but I didn't get that far this week. So if you've got a rune that corresponds with that, that would help. So it's
Yeah, as soon as you said that, Casey, like that resonated with me. I feel like that's mine. Yellow.
yeah. So perception, discrimination, illumination. The illuminated action of God, we draw on inspiration for all educational and religious endeavors. Okay. Okay. Veneer. The runester. Okay.
The runester.
Okay, so the third ray is active intelligence. And it's pink. Okay, the second ray represents wisdom and love. It's funny, my phone is now picking up what I'm saying and I didn't even touch it. It's perception, discrimination, illumination.
No, that was yellow.
Yeah, Jack was asking me what the second ray represents.
Oh.
Illuminated action of God, we draw on inspiration for all educational and religious endeavors. And Jack says, yes, I'm a veneer, a runester. Yeah.
I thought you said rooster, not runester.
Rooster, yeah.
The rooster.
Yeah, because I'm trying to bring a bunch of information together about each ray. We'll probably build on it a little bit every week as I have time to start looking at everything. So the third ray is pink. Okay? It's active intelligence. It's the love of God, the very essence of consummation of oneness in the Holy Spirit. It's tolerance, harmony, compassion, and adoration as also attributes we draw. All the love we require in our lives and to bring about tolerance and understanding. Okay, for the second one, it's EIHWAD. Again, third ray, the love of God, the very essence of consummation of oneness in the Holy Spirit. Tolerance, harmony, compassion, and adoration are also attributes. We draw all the love we require in our lives and to bring about tolerance and understanding. Archangel Chamiel, Elohim Orion, and Lord of the Ray, Lady Rowena. Okay.
What was the first ray?
Blue ray.
The blue ray.
Protection.
God's will, strength, power, protection. Okay, so here we can draw power, lead people, and manifest energy to accomplish constructive service. Illuminated faith and protection of Archangel Michael and strength of Elohim Hercules. But just remember that Archangel Michael is the angel of protection, okay? So we'll get these runes incorporated too. Okay.
Casey, where are you getting this from? What is this?
This is some esoteric teachings. Al, yeah, Al, Algiz for the
Oh
first.
yeah, algaes. Yeah.
Okay, now for the second ray, Austin, that's love and
Right.
wisdom,
Yellow.
perception, discrimination, illumination, vibrates in a golden yellow. It's illuminated action of God. We draw on inspiration for all educational and religious endeavors. So the Lord of the second ray is Master Dwal Kal, Archangel Jophiel, and the Elohim is Cassiopeia. Okay. And for the third one is pink, active intelligence, the love of God, the very essence of consummation of oneness in the Holy Spirit. It's tolerance, harmony, compassion, adoration. Okay, we draw all the love we require in our lives and to bring tolerance and understanding. So Archangel
Okay.
Champion, Elohim, Orion.
So
Go ahead.
so basically, the third ray is Venusian energy.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So the fourth ray is white. It's the ray of harmony, beauty, art, purity of God, resurrection and ascension. Okay. It is the way back home. The flame is pure white. It is intelligent and can be called into action to ascend any distracting or distressing conditions in our outer world, to be resurrected into a state of peace, happiness, and harmony. White embodies all the rays and the disciplines of each of the 7 rays. Bringing one to the doorway to the ascension of the soul's liberation. It's the ray of artists, creators, and limitless help to accelerate our way back home. And the ascended master is Cerebus Bay, Archangel Gabriel, and the Elohim is purity. You got a ray for you got a rune for that one, Jack?
So basically Virgo. That would be my rising sign.
Yeah.
Or if it's a sidereal, if it's a sidereal astrology, I would be a Virgo moon.
Okay. So the fifth ray is green. It's the ray of concrete knowledge or science. It's truth, healing, concentration, consecration, and the science of God. I'm nameless. It's the ray of abundance. Okay, hold on, let me write that down. Yeah, for the fourth ray. Yeah, gotcha, Jack. Okay. Okay, so where was I? It's the ray of abundance. Scientists, doctors, healers, musicians, mathematicians. You draw on this ray in pursuit of scientific mastery of the self. And the planes of spirit and matter. It's the quest for truth in every discipline, including healing arts. F-E-H-U, okay, that makes sense. Okay, in every discipline, including the healing arts, where you can find the way back to the Christ consciousness. The fifth is a green, hun. The fifth is green. The Christ consciousness. Okay, back to the divine plan. The Ascended Master is Hilarion. Archangel Raphael. And the Elohim is Vista. Okay, I'll change that. Okay. Now the sixth ray is ruby and gold. How you doing tonight, Nameless? We're working on the seventh.
Basically, the fifth ray is Mercury.
Okay, Mercury. Okay. So ruby and gold is the sixth ray. It's the ray of devotion and abstract idealism. Ascended Master Nada, and formerly of the Master Jesus, who has now taken the office of World Teacher. It's peace, grace, ministrations of God. And the ruby and gold, okay? The path of those who minister in these energies of peace to the evolution of earth as counselors and comforters in every walk of life. People who serve on this ray vow, I am my brother's keeper. See, that should be on there too. Ruby and gold on the shields, okay? I'm my brother's keeper. And soul motto is, he that can be great among you Let him be the servant of all.
Leo.
Okay.
That is definitely Leo energy right there.
Leo. Okay. He that could be great among you, let him be the servant of all. Okay, it's the pink flame of divine love. I don't know where that came from. Archangel Uriel. And the Elohim is peace. Now the seventh ray is violet. It's ceremonial magic or order. It's the violet ray of freedom. It invokes mercy, okay, Jack's changing it. MANNAZ. Okay. Okay. Mercy, rhythm, purification, transmutation, forgiveness. The forgiveness of God through the alchemy of the violet flame of mercy. It is the way of freedom of the soul. Okay. Okay, for the 6th. Okay.
So basically, we're dealing with Neptunian energy, Piscean energy.
Okay, so let me finish reading it too. This one is Neptune. Okay. Okay, it says it is okay. It's the forgiveness of God through the alchemy of violet fire of mercy. It is the way of freedom of the soul. And through using the violet flame, we all achieve ascension. Okay. And through using the violet flame, we all achieve ascension. We also draw the violet consuming fire of forgiveness to the purity of others and ourselves. It's Master Saint Germain, the God of freedom, Master Chohan, Archangel Zadkiel, Elohim Lord Arcturus. Okay. How you doing tonight, Star? Jack's still not feeling real good. They're still all real sick, he said. So that's what I have tonight for the 7 rays. I do want to expand more on the archangels and the 7 rays, but there are also 7 the 7 Elohim we'll talk about. But if you get a chance to read any of Alice Bailey's stuff, that's pretty much esoteric teachings. But we'll start going into some of the deeper stuff from now on, now that I'm starting to feel a little better. Yes, listen to Gregorian chants for protection and healing. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I love Gregorian chants. I have a cassette tape of Gregorian chants from probably 35 years ago. Yeah. You know, I remember when I did a talk on Facebook one time about the violet flame. People freaked out; they'd never heard of it. Never heard of it. So that's one of the things I try to incorporate on here. You know, like I told somebody today too, put everything into a suitcase, fill the suitcase up, lock it, throw it into the violet flame to transmute everything. You know, transformation and change. I can't believe how many people are coming to me and talking about having a makeover done in their lives.
Yeah.
And it's just the universe just confirming things, you know. From what Jack told me, he's got the flu from hell, and it's moved from stomach to upper respiratory. Cassette. I know, Jack. I'm getting ready to convert some of those cassette tapes into CDs because you can't get them anymore. In fact, I was listening to one today. I have one. It's called Create Your Day. It was by a group called Twin Flame. One of the most awesome CDs and creating your day. It's just absolutely awesome. It's funny because when Marianne was living here before, I had given her that CD, and I was listening to it today because I made her a new copy. I didn't realize I had given to her before. She goes, You're listening to that. You're listening to that." And I said, "Yeah, I made you a copy." And she goes, "Oh, you gave me one before and it got all scratched up. I was so lost." So now she's very excited because I gave it to her again. But yeah, but it walks you through the gratitude and for this is what I'm grateful for today, or this is what I want to manifest today. Absolutely wonderful CD. Well, it's a cassette, but I'm changing it to a CD. I was trying to figure out if there's any way to convert it from Windows Media Player to a file that I could share with everybody. Oh, heavens. You can still taste and smell. If you get a chance, though, hon, try the rosemary. At least that'll at least alleviate some of the congestion in the chest. Yeah. I didn't lose my taste or smell when I got COVID. Just was sick as hell.
I didn't necessarily lose my taste of smell. It was just a very distorted,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. All I could say is like just yeah. I'm keep visualizing sending healing to Jack. Yeah. Come in. Yeah, there's a new one. Yeah, they're calling it COVID, but it's not. Yeah, everything's just changing and evolving. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So we talked about the shield. We talked about the seven rays, at least the start of it. Anybody got anything else you want to talk about tonight? Yes, and it does affect the lungs more than anything. Windows let you save it as an MP3 easily shareable. I was trying to figure it out earlier and I couldn't quite get it because I have CDs and stuff, cassettes and stuff that I'm going to put on my computer to make CDs out of, and I just there's there's some that are just not made anymore, and some of them are talks from classes that I went to years ago and stuff. I need to go through all of them because I have like 2 boxes. I have probably about 100 cassettes that I could convert to CD or save on my computer because they were classes and old music and stuff that you just can't get anymore. But this Create Your Day, you can buy a used copy on Amazon for like $10, but I think it's one of the best CDs that I've ever had. But the thing is, Jack, it's on my Windows Media Player. I don't know how to save it just to Windows. After I lost my job, after doing technical support for 25 years, my brain doesn't want to do technical stuff anymore. And everything shifted to all the spiritual stuff. So it's like, it's mind-boggling. I still have records too, and a record player. I still have them, and my oldest son wants to get his hands on all my records, and the oldest two are already fighting over it. And I said, I'm not dead yet, you know. I noticed that my White Beatles album is missing. It's quiet in here tonight. It's it's the weekend before the holiday.
Yeah.
Was it busy at your
I do want to say that all these like the rays of light can be great for like interpreting like candle magic.
Yeah,
The colors of the flames.
yes, exactly. And this is why when I do the healing work and stuff, I promote the colors. You know, each color represents different things. You know. Hi Jenna, how you doing, hon? Yeah, I think I have a Elvis Christmas album. I have all kinds. I don't have any heavy metal stuff. I used to. What was it? What was the one? Metallica. I think that was the hardest stuff that I had in my collection for a while, but I think I gave them. They belonged to my oldest son, so I gave him what albums I had there. Yeah, agree, but don't do candle work if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. That's one of the reasons we're talking about what each race stands for, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let me write that down. AMOEBA Records. 510-549-1125. I just threw away all my old 8-track tapes. Now I'm kicking myself because some of them are worth a lot of money. But I've been downsizing stuff, you know. But I don't want to get rid of some of these cassettes. But I do have a cassette player still, you know. I do have a couple old stereos that I need to throw out and hook up the cassette player and the CD player and stuff to the newer one that I have. So like, but it's just getting rid of a couple of them and organizing a little. Yeah, I had something that was even pre 8 tracks. They were like uh, little tiny cassettes, and I think I just threw those away too. But it's yeah. Oh, they buy too. Interesting. I have an original Atari game too. I have an
I
original.
even
Yeah.
I have a 1990s car. So
Well, yeah, my little Hyundai is a '96.
and America is starting to phase them out,
Yeah.
which is sad.
Yeah, I have the original Atari game. I have, I think I have an original Nintendo too. I think they're all in the basement.
I still have a Nintendo 64.
Do you?
Yeah.
And it was kind of,
I don't play with it because I can't play with it on a HDMI on a HD TV.
oh no, you can't play them on an HD TV?
No.
Not even with an adapter?
I could get an adapter, but I don't know how much they cost.
Well, you'll have to do a little bit of exploring with that, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, I bought all my kids all that stuff. They put out a game maybe about 10 years ago where they had some of the old Atari games on them that I think is more adaptable to the HD TVs. Yeah. My child will never know the struggle of blowing the game and inside the slot to get a game to work. Oh, that's funny. We're all showing our age, people.
Yes.
It was funny because some young kid was asking what a CD was, and they were also saying that they were all excited because Kanye was given a new artist named Paul McCartney a chance to promote his music. I'm just looking at that statement. I just looked at that statement. We wouldn't have the music we had now if it hadn't been for the Beatles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, or using tape. Yeah, using tape to when the cassettes break yeah, and putting a little bit of tape on them to get them to work. Yeah.
Or Be Kind Rewind.
Yes, that's crazy. Penny Lane. Yes. What was the one I used to like? It's on the. There's one song on the Beatles I used to really really like. It's on Rubber Soul, and I can't think of it.
Didn't Blockbuster do like a fee if you didn't rewind the tape? If you returned it without rewinding the tape?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh yeah, splicing. Oh yeah. That's crazy. A $2 rewind fee.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that was something like that.
I have books of DVDs. Okay, I had donated all my VHS tapes to the Women's Crisis Center, and of course, this happens every time. I had a lot of the original Disney movies. Some of those Disney movies are worth $10,000 now. I donated them all to the Women's Crisis Center and found out later that they were worth a lot of money. And it's like, I always miss these opportunities. Cancel that. I'm always finding the opportunities. They're coming to me with ease now. So it just blew my mind. So I got rid of all my VHS. And then my son tells me, Mom, do you have any VHS anymore? I said, I've only got a couple. Because you can go over to the library now and you can convert VHS tapes to a DVD now. Okay. But they don't want you to do anything that's copyrighted, but they don't stand over you and watch. But I have a couple of them. I have one that's like a Native American dance type. It's a show, but it's just absolutely beautiful. It's about an eagle, and I want to convert that to a DVD because I just have a few that I want to convert to DVD and not throw them away. So those are in my cupboard. But yeah, plastic case VHS. But I got rid of all the VHS. I do still have a VHS player. Somebody looked the other day and they said, "You actually have a VHS player still?" They said, "Yeah, well, I do have a few movies. And I have some Pokemon cards too that belong to my oldest. And it's just, yeah, yeah. So it's, yes, the Disney movie. You have the Disney movies, yeah. Steve Marabelle.
My favorite Disney movie was The Lion King.
Hmm. I don't know what my favorite Disney movie was. But growing up, my favorite movie was John Wayne. What's the name of it? McClintock. I loved that movie growing up. John Wayne was my hero. And showing my age, Doris Day was awesome. She was just Miss Miss Perfect. That woman never married, and she always took care of all the animals. Always. Que sera, yeah, yeah. And I remember as a little girl, I was enthralled with Tammy movies too. Yep, she never married. Nope. Okay. He says, I'm not moving. She's looking for your dog, I think. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So my one of my friends told me to get the movie The 13th Floor, and I've never found it anywhere. I ran across it at the uh, I stopped by one of the to help at one of the food banks, and they had The 13th Floor in VHS. I need to set I need to sit down and watch that movie because one of my friends was saying this is kind of how our reality works a little bit. And then I mentioned it to my oldest daughter. She goes, "That was a freaky movie, talking about dimensions and stuff." Yeah, the different cultures and their views on afterlife. It just, yeah. Yes, she did have something happen. My oldest son, okay, she asked Tuesday night. She didn't have anything like that happen yet, Star, but she asked for a gift from the universe. Her oldest brother, called her the next day, and him and his wife took her to dinner, and she says, "We had a lovely time. He didn't criticize, he didn't nitpick anything." She goes, "That is a miracle. That was a gift." Okay, so which one are you asking about, Jack? What's the title? I didn't ask till Tuesday night either. Yep, Steve. Steve. He was nice to her. She was just so happy. I asked Tuesday night, and Wednesday night my granddaughter called and talked to me for 2.5 hours. Oh, the 13th. It's the 13th floor. The 13th floor. Yeah. And I had a hard time finding it, and then all of a sudden there it was one day in the food bank. Jenna, did you ask for a gift from the universe? Star, did you get yours? Hi, Judy. Did anybody else get their gifts? Because we're going to start a new one tonight.
Mine's is coming in slowly.
Jack says he's been too sick to get a gift. Yeah. You did, and then some. So when Crystal was here, she was. Um, Jack, you can't send it to me on Instagram, hon. I can't click on it here because it won't let me copy and paste it. I don't know. Let me look. Crystal had. It's like the universe was waiting for things for Crystal just to open up and ask that question, because what happened was um, what happened. Oh, there it is. We found it on YouTube. Thank you, Jack. That'll help. Um, it's like the universe was just waiting for Crystal to open up that doorway, because she has had stuff that's been lined up, I think, for a while waiting to come in. She's had a multitude of things come in for her. It's just awesome watching everything that's coming in for Crystal. Yeah, I got it. I got it, Casey. Thank you, Jack, for sending that. Yeah, they're waiting, you know. Alban said she had received some keys. I didn't get a chance to ask her anymore. Yeah, the universe is just, like I said, the universe loves you so much it will give you anything you ask for, but you've got to make the effort too, you know. And even asking for it is making an effort. So Des was reluctant to ask for anything because she thought it was going to be something related to this guy that she's getting rid of. I said, no, this is a gift from the universe. So I haven't talked to her. But yeah, I was talking. So between 2 and 4:30 yesterday morning, I was talking to somebody. She asked for a gift, and um, one of her customers sent her a pearl ring in gratitude. You know, Who's our lurker? Yeah. Came, see, came, saw, feel a little better. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better, honey. So it's it's just been interesting. So anybody want to share what they received that hasn't shared yet? And we're going to talk about the shields again, okay? We're going to do pro peace shields. Austin's leading the way on this one. Okay? And Jack just gave us some ideas also. We can incorporate some of the symbols of the runes from the rays also on these shields and the colors to help bring in this energy also. And we're going to start working on those. Ooh, Judy got money. Ooh. Good for you, girl.
I feel like somebody's is having a hard time breathing right now.
Probably Jack. Probably Jack. Oh, Judy? Oh, you got a little bit, but it was still a gift. Yeah, Jack and Judy, yeah.
Yeah, Judy, Judy, I'm feeling something. Are you having a hard time breathing right now?
Sending a little bit of eucalyptus to all you guys, too. Okay. Breathe in the eucalyptus. Breathe in the mullein.
Somebody's suffocating Judy.
Okay.
Sending suffocating energy.
A single bind rune with keys and TIWAZ. Okay. Okay. Okay, I will look at that, and if I can, I will post it up on the community also. Yeah. Okay. Instagram.
Do you see a new star?
Ooh. Too much MCT oil. Okay. I can't get the name. Oh no. Okay, I'll do that later. So I started using CBD oil on my a CBD cream on my dog's eye, and it started going down. And then I missed a day, and then now it's swelled up again. Yeah. But yeah, the CBD is awesome. I need to go down and get a stronger one though, I think, from one of the stores. Yeah. Great. Now I'm logged out of it.
Why do I feel like there's something around her neck?
My dogs
Ra-
or 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 Judy.
Judy. Like there's something choking her. Jenna.
So what's
What's going on? What's going on with Jenna?
so Jenna? Do you have any rosemary? Okay. Jenna, I would muscle test first to see if you could use the rosemary, but I think that rosemary would help break up all that phlegm. Some charcoal, yeah, that would make sense. Because charcoal absorbs all that stuff, binds it, and takes it out. You're eating garlic this week? Yes, I'm in pain, chronic, and inflammation.
Oh boy.
Are you taking your turmeric? Are you eating fresh garlic or are you eating something like kyolic? Garlic and CBD, yep, black seed oil, yeah. So my first husband had been down sick. They thought he was on his deathbed. He was just so sick, and they just couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. And so he got up. If anybody knows what chili piquin is, it's like the little red hot chili pods that they make the Chinese sauce out of and other sauces. Well, if you toast them, it changes the flavor a little and makes an awesome chili. Hot as hell, right? So there was a molcajete is where they grind the chilies and the tomatoes and the garlic and everything in it. So there was a molcajete full of this. It was garlic, the salt, the chili piquin pods toasted, and tomato. And they were getting ready for dinner, but he got up, walked in, ate this chili like it was nothing, and and got up out of bed the next morning like he was never sick at all. And I'm thinking it was, well, if you look at like Chinese medicine, they talk about warming foods, and it had a lot of garlic in it too. So between the garlic and probably the chili with, you got capsaicin in the chili also. So those seem to be something that he needed and shifted him big time. Yeah. A family tradition for your grandparents: garlic and honey. Okay. Christmas Eve, wash your hands with money coins. What do you mean by money coins, Casey?
Hmm.
That's a cool idea, though. We should talk about some of these Christmas traditions.
Did you know that that Christmas was originally Saturnalia. It was a festival that that was dedicated to the Roman god Saturn.
50-cent pieces and $quarter, yeah. South African gold rands. You're funny, Jack. Well, that's interesting, Austin. Yeah, because, they took all those, what they considered pagan holidays and tried to make them, into
Yeah,
something to fit into what they were trying to teach.
yeah.
All these runes. So I know that's that one. And the Taiwas.
Santa Claus is actually a representation of Saturn. It's a modern representation of Saturn, the god of time and.
So if you put the Taiwas and the Z Algiers together, it actually looks like an arrow, right, Jack? How awesome is that? How awesome is that? The Taiwas rune was identified with God. It constructed. Okay, what is the meaning of it? It says Taiwas resembles an arrow or a spear, and if you put it together with the Algiers, it does look like an arrow. Which suggests its meaning. It stands for the war god or sky god Tyr. He was once considered the main god of the Germanic peoples, and all other Norse gods were subordinate to him. Tyr provided for order and justice in the realm of the gods and also among humans. That would make sense, bringing those moons together, yeah. Hi, Midnight. Hi, Jared.
Hey, Jared.
We're kind of talking about runes right now. We were talking about the 7 rays, and Jack was applying what runes would correspond with each one of the 7 rays. Jenna, do not do that to her when she's so little. Don't do that to her, hun. Yeah, Bots never tried it with Palo Santo, that if it was smoked in someone to cleanse from inside out. Yeah. So we were talking about the 7 rays, okay, and what each ray is, but we were also, Jack was kind enough to associate the runes with each one of what the significance of the rays. Yeah. Ty is the guardian of the rainbow bridge connecting earth and heaven. Algiers is the path. Well, that makes a lot of sense because we want to bring in pro peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should keep it going, Jenna. She's too little. Let her enjoy her childhood. She's too little to do that to her. What happened, Jared? I was watching you yesterday and then everything disappeared. Was it on my side or was it on your side? Because I went back to look for you to get back on and I couldn't find you. You're not a woodchuck. It was on. You shut out the stream because we were being disruptive. I apologize. I'm sorry if we upset you midnight. Oh my goodness. Yeah, now if we had a conversation like that on here, it would have been fairly peaceful because everybody has a, everybody pretty much respects everybody else's opinions on here. I guess I'm just used to my channel and didn't think that we would disrupt everything. I apologize. Of course, I think somebody was in a bad mood too. That didn't help. Cottonmouth and Powerade with residual bit of chocolate. The chocolate can be healing. The sugar isn't, but the chocolate is. Cottonmouth and Powerade. Ugh. Well, let me know if the rosemary helps, hon. I've been pretty much been staying home, but I'm just, yeah, trying to. Your chest isn't as tight.
Seven juice cotton milk. God.
Jared, you still here? Did you? Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, Jared, did you try what I suggested last night? Ask the universe for a gift within 48 hours. Worded like that. Okay, worded like that. Everybody is receiving gifts from the universe. This is an exercise, a major exercise in receiving, and people are seeing phenomenal results. Okay? So just ask, universe, I am asking for a gift within the next 48 hours. But be patient because you know the universe works not on a time clock like we do. But everybody is having some results. Hey, Kelly, you back again, hun? Yeah. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that you can't ask for a gift from the universe within the next 48 hours. Us that have already done it, we're going to move on to the second step tonight. Okay? My friend group is insisting on calling me Star Hero and Kelly. I'm not sure why they call me that. Okay, so I'm confused. So you have another group that calls you Star. Here you're Kelly because that's what it shows is Kelly. I keep visualizing sending some eucalyptus and mullein oil to Jack and Judy and Jenna and whoever else may need it. Hakuna Matata. So eucalyptus oil, mullein oil. Mullein helps with lungs. Okay, rosemary oil. I would probably do a mix and put that in a diffuser and send it to all of you. Moulin Rouge oil. The topic tonight was we already talked about the 7 rays. We are starting some spiritual shields and talking about healing, and you're doing burdock. No, you don't smoke it. You put it into like a diffuser, or you put it in an oil and rub it on your body. But you can make, you can mix up to 3 essential oils without it getting too bad. But rosemary is an anti-spasmodic, antibacterial, antifungus, plus a bunch of other stuff. Mullein is pretty much the same, and eucalyptus. They all work for lungs and mucus and all kinds of stuff. You can put them in a diffuser. You can put them in the vaporizer. Uh, you could put them in a carrier oil and rub them on your body. Yes, and lavender. Lavender, yeah. Lavender is also very healing and it helps you sleep. And it's funny because I was telling Casey, I said, I have these lavender bags on my bed just above my head, and even they're not helping me sleep. And maybe I just need to uh, actually throw some of the lavender into an oil and put it on at night. Maybe that might help. Where you at now, Casey? Hi, Shika. I believe dream catchers work. It used to help my kids. I never told them what they were for, but they quit having nightmares after I hung them. They catch all the bad dreams. Unless you're allergic to lavender. That's why I was telling Jenna maybe to muscle test and see. Somebody here may be allergic to rosemary also. This is why I always recommend you muscle test also. Because I had teardrops use rosemary, and apparently she's allergic to it because it's part of the daisy family. I felt bad. No, they do not work hanging from the rear view mirror. They're supposed to be hung over the bed. To catch the bad dreams. Catch the bad energy. I used to make them for my grandkids. I still remember that. Good. I'm glad you're starting to feel better, huh? I guess we could talk about the Elohim a little bit tonight. The Elohim are planetary spirits. Well, I'm looking at one channel. This is probably not the one that I want to look at. Well, I don't know. It says this says they are the third angels of the third chorus of the second hierarchy. They are the true entities behind the God of Genesis. Elohim is a plural word which expresses the totality of action of seven specific Elos and the seven spirits of the planets. Elohim possess a central consciousness in the sun. They act as a unity, and yet they are sevenfold. And what makes me kind of associate a little bit with that, to understand it a little bit, is Abraham. Abraham may be part of the Elohim. They possess a central consciousness in the sun. They act as a unity, and yet they are sevenfold. Each of the seven Elohim is like a member of a single higher order spiritual being called Elohim. Their spiritual home is in the sun, and from there they send their impulses to all the planets in the cosmos. They are also called spirits of form because from their spiritual activity, in the opposition of the corresponding fallen spirits, derives the form of the objects of the material world and their manifestation. Because of this ability to shape what their spiritual gaze rests on, they are also known as the seven eyes of God. Okay, and that makes me think again of the Tai Chi experiment, where you focus your intention is where that energy goes, okay? In the metamorphosis of the Earth Mars, the human eye was born from the sacrifice of their spiritual substance. They are entities mostly connected to the destiny of humanity on Earth. The Elohim comes from the union of the feminine singular and a masculine plural name, indicating that the assembly of Elohim are bringing together gods and goddesses, being these the seven spirits of the planets. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, and Sun represent the gods. Venus, the moon, the goddesses. Mercury, the androgynous. This is evident from the separation of the sexes of Adam and Eve on substituting Elohim with the word God as normally used. So Adam and Eve were made in the image of the Elohim, both having a divine spark which represents the offspring of the eye coming from the Elohim. It is worth noting the use of our image and our likeness, as the Elohim represent an assembly of seven gods operating in unison. This multiple entity, and yet one is called subornic entity. If a god alone can be indicated as masculine, a subornic entity is indicated as female. Since this is also the state of the future Venus, in which the eyes, united in the atom Kadmon, and in the future Jupiter, will be able to cooperate and share tasks such as organs and tissues in an organism. What else? Yeah, I was going to read through this. And it makes some references to the Bible passages about them, yeah. They are spirits of form. They passed their human stage in ancient Saturn when men were a mineral of heat. The spirit of forms are concerned with making creation take shape to form the physical structure then filled with the heavy elements. They are the seven principal spirits of form Each of them represents a planetary spirit of the 7 planets of our cosmos, acting, however, from the sun, which is their home. So Saturn is man's spirit, Jupiter's vital spirit, Mars' spiritual self, the sun is I, the Christ, Venus is the astral body, Mercury is the etheric body, the moon is the physical body, Jehovah. And it talks about the 2 Elohim of the moon and sun, respectively Jehovah and Christ in his solar appearance. Yeah. So there's, yeah. I needed to read through this a little better. Working from out of work. I maintenance I know can be. You're too sexy for your shirt. Yeah. Jack is Weedman the same. Tasted something mixed with it. Oh. Yeah, Kelly, there's a lot of things being shifted and moved around and transformed and stuff. Just be kind of patient, hun. Everything is energy, and right now we're going through a lot of transformation and change, honey. Lots of transformation and change.
Yeah, let me look at that. Let me look at the chart for today.
And hon, if you're feeling overwhelmed, put it in a bubble and hand it off to an angel. Sometimes you just have to release it and not try to figure it out, you know? Because when you try to figure it out, it's like buying into the resistance. Yes, going barefoot in the woods or the beach, being there in the moment, not worrying about what to make for dinner, be peaceful and grounded for an hour or two. Just sit and hug a tree, even, you know? Sit there and close your eyes and just be. Just listen, you know, sit in a quiet place and just listen. To get my neighbor to come over here and walk through the grass. You know, it's still in the 60s right now. It's supposed to snow again next week, but I keep telling her to come over and walk across the grass here, even though it's pretty much dead. But she goes, "That's okay. You taught me how to stick my finger in a plant, so I'll keep doing that."
We had in Florida. We had a freak windstorm that happened for like 2 days straight.
Wow. Caused a lot of damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gusts were up to 75 miles an hour.
Wow. So it's like I offered somebody to come and do a load of laundry here. My dryer doesn't work good, but we have a clothesline out here. And she was fussing that she didn't want to hang her clothes outside. Now, I'm in a small country town, right? She didn't want to come and hang everything because she didn't want it to get dusty with the wind. And I thought, okay, how many centuries did we all survive by hanging our clothes outside to dry? And then they smell so good afterwards. Somebody told me I should be a commercial one time. I said, I just hung these outside. I brought them in. I made the bed, smelled the sheets. I said, they smell so good from the outside. He looked at me like I was nuts, picked up the sheets and smelled them. They said, you should do a commercial. Everybody's going through some kind of change, Kelly. Just be patient with yourself. That's one of the things we need to learn is to be patient with ourselves, to honor ourselves, what we're feeling. Don't push away any anxiety or frustration or feeling overwhelmed or anything. Sit down and talk to it. Ask what it's trying to teach you, what it's trying to tell you. There's usually something that it's trying to say to us or help us through. Talk to your body, talk to your feelings, talk to yourself.
Well, according to the astrological energy, the moon is making a conjunction to Pluto right now.
The hills are alive with the sound of music. That's funny. How are the animals reacting to you being sick, Jack? What sign, what degree, Jack said?
28 degrees and 25 degrees in Capricorn.
Ooh, so there's a major shift coming. Major shift. Oh, Mojo!
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? What is going on? Am I staticky?
What's up?
Oh, you're beautiful.
I've been working on this. We're getting there. We're getting closer.
Awesome.
Just tell me if it starts staticking, and if it does, and I'll have a temper fit. I'll throw something out in the backyard, break something, punch something, and nobody has to die. Hi, everyone. Star Crossing, Kelly Galbraith, Jack. Big Jack. Austin, hi, how are you doing? So, Miss Casey, I wanted to jump in real quick. I can't stay long, but I did want to tell you that, yes, I did get my gift from the universe. I had asked for 750 subscribers. Boom, I hit that the other day, and now I'm at almost 800. I'm trying to solve this whole damn mic thing. One, so that I'll stop having to put nickels and dimes and quarters into my cuss jar. But also because I believe that lives are going to do me a lot better on the channel, to be able to do live readings for people to help folks out and, solve their usually 9 times out of 10, their love queries, if you will. And lives are going to be, bless you.
Thank you.
Lives are going to be what kicks me over the threshold and gets me to 1,000 subscribers. And I misspelled Captain Static. I don't know how you Captain
Static.
Oh, Static. Look at that. I did. All right, hang on.
Okay, so you didn't listen to the instructions.
What? Okay.
So you asked for something specific, right?
I asked for an increase in my channel numbers.
Okay,
and so
you jumped to the second step. You jumped to the second step. That's what the next one is. The first one was just to ask for a gift from the universe to see what the universe brings in for you.
Okay, well, I asked for, basically, I just set my intentions for a general increase in abundance in subscribers. Right after that, I put out my Virgo read. My reads usually get anywhere between 70 to 100 views per read. That Virgo read has over 1,400. For some reason, it just exploded. And it is a great read.
Good. Okay. So I want you to reverse this. I want you to just ask the universe for a gift and leave it open-ended and see what it brings you.
Okay.
Because this is what we're going to talk about tonight. The second part of this is to ask for something specific.
Okay, okay. Well, I was just looking for that general increase, and I'd
I
set
know.
my intentions on the number for 750. And again,
Okay.
now I'm at almost 800.
This was,
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay. I've got to go help a friend out this evening. They just as I jumped into chat, and I was going to test out and make sure that the static, whatever,
yeah.
wasn't static. But yeah, I was going quick. Anyway, but my phone rang, and I got a friend that's in a little bit of need, having some issues and troubles, and so we're gonna go sit down at the Waffle House, and we're gonna have a little chit chat over a couple of cups of coffee.
Yes. But this
Um,
time, your assignment is just to ask for a gift. What does the universe want you to have?
What does the universe want me to have? Okay, universe, what is it that you want me to have? Now,
Just, I am asking for a gift within the next 48 hours.
I'm asking for a gift within the next 48 hours. Okay.
So you're just reverse to what everybody else is doing.
Okay. No problem. But it did, like I said, that did manifest. It did come.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, I jumped about 150 because I was right about 600 at that time, and I was only looking to hit 750. Well, again, now I'm at almost 800, and
Yeah.
solving this mic issue and the getting the lives up and going, I know that'll help me a lot, because I've got to get I've now that I've become spiritually awakened, and I've gone through and I've done that inner excavation that you and others have taught me about so well, that I've managed to, go through my shadow side and get to really know myself and understand who I am. Now that
Yeah.
I've cleaned up the mind and the heart, now I got to get to the point where I'm doing it to the house and my finances. And now it's got to start getting external. And that's not going to happen without my own action.
Yes, exactly.
And
Yeah.
so, it's one of the reasons I don't show my face much online, is because I've already got these smooth pipes, that could sell matches to people in hell. So I don't want to put my face out there too much, because if they start recognizing me in public now, oh, sweet mother of Buddha, I don't know that I'm going to be able to handle that. I'm like, no, let me get my finances in order first. That way I can hire a proper security team to keep the
Yes.
unhealed over there
Yes.
with love and light.
So this time, just ask for a general gift from the universe. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I will do it. I'm glad the mic sounds better.
Yes.
Like I said, I've worked my little patukas off trying to figure out the answers to this. Part of it is,
It's still got that crackle though.
does it? Here, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'm going to
Just a tiny bit.
lift. Hang on. Still with the crackle, huh?
Just a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah, see, I hear it. Well,
This too shall pass.
it will. I'll get it figured out. It's a matter of changing out the hubs, probably to a powered hub.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will get there. I promise.
Yes, you will.
All right, kids. Well, you kids. Yeah, I know, Jack. Star, you just settle down. Settle.
Yep.
The tub is mine. The tub is my property. Okay? It's my property. I own it. The tub has no soul. All right? It doesn't. It's my property. I own it, at least for the time being. I'm going to give it to somebody else when I move along and pass, go up to the 5D. But for right now, my tub. Stay the hell away from my tub, Star. Star. If you come down to Birmingham, you're more than welcome to visit the tub. You can borrow the tub. But don't forget, it's my tub. It does not have feelings. It's a tub. The tub has feelings.
Everything has feelings.
Okay, well, I can see that on a molecular level that might be true, but guess what? We're not on the molecular level. We're in the 3D world where I've got to empty the litter box, take out the trash, and pay the power bill. The tub, in its current state that I can deal with it has no feelings. Okay, it lets me sit inside it in water, butt naked.
Yeah. Oh,
And the first thing that happens with that tub is I put my crusty ass in the tub.
yeah.
Okay? The tub has never once said, Joe, ooh. So that tells me that the tub has no feelings.
It just knows what it's there for.
You'll come protect me? Hi, Miss Judy. How are you doing? But yeah, I did want to jump in and let you guys know that I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna have to take off because I'm gonna go help out a friend for a little bit.
Yes,
They're having a little bit of rough moment,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do that. You kids have an absolutely fabulous evening. Know that JoJo loves you, and we'll solve the static or static issue, whichever you want to call it. And I will talk to you all soon. Love,
Okay.
love,
love.
love. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so like I said, the second part of the experiment, okay, is to ask for something specific. Now, I learned my lesson with this because my first thought, and I know I've told this story on here, my first thought was, I want to see an eagle. And I said, nah, I haven't seen eagles in Elbert counties for decades, okay? I said, I want to see turquoise Indian jewelry. So I walked around for the next 2 days. I'm seeing silver Indian jewelry everywhere, but no turquoise Indian jewelry. And then at the end of the second day, I'm driving down the road, these old back roads out here because I'm in the country. And I think there's a raven in front of me eating roadkill on the road. I pull up and it's a young eagle. It's a young eagle. So the universe, this is what I tell you. Pay attention to what you're putting out to the universe. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your first reaction to something because that is what the universe is going to respond to. So if you have something pop up, okay, whether it's with this experiment or anything, pay attention to what pops up because that's usually what you need to work with, okay? We'll ask for a specific gift. Jojo already did it and he already achieved it, okay? And see what comes up for you, okay? So that's part 2 of the experiment.
I feel that too, Star.
A lurker. I know, and Jack was picking up on a lurker earlier too. How you doing, Jason? Yeah, Jack's been feeling a lurker for quite a while. Well, I do think we covered a lot tonight. Okay, kids, I'm going to leave the channel on for view hours. Have fun. Could a thing be a feeling? Yes. To say how ready I know you're here, yeah. But see, JoJo jumped the gun and asked for, more subscribers and things are shifting and moving. But he was, he jumped ahead one step. That's all. So it's just asking for a gift opens up the doorway. You see, if you were on here when Crystal was here, she was talking. It's like somebody opened up the gate and everything that was lined up started coming in for her. She had a lot of things start coming in, and they're still coming in. So it's just a lesson in learning how the universe responds to us, how the universe listens to us, and it really does respond to us. And I've got a nephew that was just so reluctant to ask even, he was just, and I finally made him say it. I don't know if he'll get anything in or not because he was so reluctant. Yeah.
I guess in my situation with the whole accident thing, I may be manifesting, and maybe asking for a new car, an opportunity for a new car.
And that's one of the things that I talked to Crystal today. That's what she's going to ask for, is a new car. May not be a brand new car, but it's a new to you car. So yeah, just ask for something specific. I don't know what I would want. At this point, I'm pretty to get off the oxygen and really feel better. A 73 Pinto. I just got rid of an 89 Ford F-150 truck long bed. No kids, Austin?
I'm asking for that too, but it's got to be it's got to be a gift.
So it was interesting because when my granddaughter called the other night, we talked for 2.5 hours. She is one of those kids that's in the quarter life Saturn return. Okay. I would practice asking for one thing at a time first, Kelly. Okay. So and I pulled up her astro.com, and it was also talking about the Saturn return. This is, you're moving from the childhood into the adulthood, and you're reevaluating your life and where you're going, and it was getting real specific and stuff. And I said, that's funny because I was just telling you about that, and then it shows up in your chart too. But my youngest son just came out of that. My oldest grandson is just coming out of that. He's been going through it the last couple of years, and then her and her half sister are both going through that at this point in time, and you're welcome, Jojo. I'm just glad you were here and you were able to participate with us. It's they're all helping each other through a lot of the stuff that they're going through too. My second grandson is really, really going through it bad. Okay, and he won't let anybody help him, and he won't listen to anybody. So that's turning into be quite a challenge there. But it's interesting. I recommend, if you can find it, it's a book by Barbara Clowhand. It's called The Liquid Light of Sex, but it's not about sex. It's about astrology. And it talks about these quarter life turns. This is also what triggers midlife crisis, because it comes around about every 28 years. So every time it comes around, it triggers some major shifts and changes and crises and stuff, and make you evaluate things in your lives. Yeah. So Jason, we were talking about the 7 rays earlier. No, Jared's not my grandson. I'm talking about Chicken. Jared is Dez's son. Jared is Dez's son. But I'll keep sending oils and ginger and stuff at you too, Jack, and then Star's doing work and yeah. Yeah, Jared's going through it too. You know, and last time I talked on Jared, I told him, I said, you know, you can't blame anybody for everything you're going through. You're angry and everything. I said, but you chose these lessons. You made the choice to do what you did. You know, I am improving, Jano, and the doctors are starting to comprehend a little. There's no stomach acid, and that will cause everything that's going on and more. Oh, yeah, chicken's resistant. Yeah, chicken's resistant. But he does call me occasionally and ask me questions. My youngest grandson, Justine's youngest son, was giving her a bad time because of everything that happened. He was accusing her of doing witchcraft. I said, ugh. But he's the one that did DMT, so he saw all kinds of negative things when he did that. That's his own fault. He wasn't supposed to be there. Yeah, chicken is, yeah. She's like, do I need to protect you, Mom? Yeah. And when do I rethink standing still? Ugh. Yeah, so chicken has been going through it. He's been going through it. He just turned 30, so he's just starting to come out of that energy. You know, it happens from 27 to 30, so sometime in that.
The Saturn return energy.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'll be going through it in, let's see, 12, 14. If I live that long, I'll go through it again at 84. You used to do cross country? Yeah. You ran 3 marathons, but none this year. Yeah, Jack ran, yeah. Just just be kind to your body right now, Jack and Judy and Jenna. Isn't that funny? They're all 3 J's. Jack, Judy, and Jenna. Who are you running from? Himself? Himself. Nice, Jack. I used to run track in high school, but but I do run a 5 mile. It's pretty. So Southern California, 4 years straight, no record, still was first ever event. That's awesome, though, Jack. That's an accomplishment. I'll eat pieces of dog food that Tinky's dropped over here.
Oh, here's the other J.
Yeah, who is the other Jay? How's your dad doing, Star? Oh, yeah, Jason. You're right. The other Jason, too. But the other Jason's having health problems also. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't heard from the other Jason tonight either. Well, it's probably good news that you haven't talked to him. Okay, then another J who didn't listen. Yeah. Yeah, the Aussie. Yeah, he's working his butt off, going through major health problems, and yeah. Well, maybe we'll wrap it up for tonight. Nobody seems to have anything particular they want to work on, and Stars worked on some stuff, feeling better. For Judy a little bit. So maybe we'll close it up for tonight and get off early for a change. We did 6 hours last week. And then I did a couple. So everybody ask for something specific within 48 hours and see what happens. Let me know what's going on. And we all need to start on our shields, okay? So just figure out a medium and start, thinking about what you want to put on that shield. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just, yeah, by cap season. Well, hopefully it'll be resolved easily. Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't. Yeah. How are you doing now, Jack? So, Jason and Judy, you guys might want to go back and listen earlier. We were talking about the 7 rays, and Jack has also contributed to that, and so has Austin. Uh, some things that we can also integrate on the shields too. Yeah. So ask for that, Jason. Universe, I would like the gift of increasing my telepathic skills more. Yeah. I don't know what I want to ask for yet, so yeah. But I was just so excited with everything that was coming in from everybody the last week that I didn't even ask till Tuesday, so yeah. Yeah, because if you increase your telepathic skills, how much more negativity are you going to pick up on people's thoughts? I read a book once. My dad, yeah, because yeah, I read a story when I was a teenager. My dad used to get these like science fiction novels. There was a planet of people that were telepathic creatures that could pick up on everybody else's thoughts, but when they came in contact with the Earthlings, who had so much negativity in their thoughts, they were going insane because they couldn't handle all that negativity. So be careful what you ask for. Okay, I'm thinking 4 feet, Star. 4 feet.
Yeah, I'm thinking 4 or 5 feet away. I'm getting the number 5.
So, Star, Kelly, I would ask for the universe to open your eyes through the lenses of perception and attitude to make healthy choices in all areas of your life, not just the paleo. Okay. Yes. Good night, Kelly. Yeah. So maybe ask for the ability to okay, ask for the ability to increase your telepathic skills with the ability to be able to filter it and turn it on and off. That makes sense? Throw a little bit of control in there. Yeah. And Jack's a gatekeeper too. Okay, so I see and that energy that's radiating out from Jack, I see some yellow seeping into it. It's not like I can shut the door. You could if you asked for it, Star. Yes. Yes. Clearing and protecting a lot more, yeah. So important. Clearing, protecting, and grounding. Okay, you're mixing the golden honey light. Yeah. Sunday we're supposed to be starting okay, they have started an Elbert County healing group here. We talked on the phone last Sunday. I think this Sunday we're going to meet over here at the fire department to do some hands-on work on each other. So that ought to be fun if everybody shows up. So there's things are expanding. Yeah. Now go back and listen to the rays. Okay, if somebody could bookmark that, if they go in and listen, if you go back and listen to the rays, it talks about which archangels are associated with which rays also. Okay, and what the colors are. And it's probably something we needed to hear anyway because we're going to work on building the shields of peace, the pro peace skills. So yeah, you might want to listen to that also. Well, even as long as they knock, to me, start at asking permission to come in. You could deny the permission if you needed to. You know.
Clear and ground every day.
Exactly.
Clear and ground every day.
Exactly. Yeah, they pound, but you could still deny them while they're pounding, you know. You have at least that much. Yeah. Good for you, Jason. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now. I need to take care of my dog. She done rubbed that sore off her eye, and it's seeping a little bit. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get some laundry done because I got work tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Everybody go back if it didn't hear it. Listen to the shields. We were talking about the shields, and we were also talking about the 7 rays, and we're going to be building off of those 7 rays and learning more of some of the in-depth stuff in esoteric teachings. Okay. So everybody, okay, let's give her a chance to pull back from Jack. Of course, you don't need to be on here to pull back from Jack. And Jack, you know you can always reach out to any of us if it gets real bad. I know, Star. I know. Is it staying? Is it staying? Actually, it is. And it's funny because the yellow has gone around the whole outside edges of it. So the yellow must be meant to be there. This is not gold. This is actually yellow. And it is staying. It's almost like, you know how the northern lights flicker? It's almost like this yellow is flickering along the outside edges of that 4 feet barrier. Yeah. Okay, so are we good now, Star? Anything else you need to complete, hon? Because we'll stay on until you get it completed. Austin, you can go to bed. I give you permission.
All right, good night.
All right, everybody have a good night and namaste. We'll see you next week.